Hello, and welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show. It's Kritter XD and
Tavern.
And we are here live from WoTCon, if you can believe it.
WoTCon 2022.
The first ever WoTCon. The brainchild of Nameless, another YouTuber on the Wheel of Time topic and other topics as well.
Is he new? Nameless?
No, did I say new?
No.
Okay, no.
Just being sarcastic.
He's been around. If you can't tell that we're at WoTCon, I'm fully cosplayed out, and he's repping the Wheel and Chill Show.
Yeah.
I have a shirt just like that, but it's navy and a tank top, and I'll be wearing it tomorrow. So check out my Instagram for photos and whatnot from this con. We have some fellow con attendees here with us.
Woo!
And we're going to be interviewing them today about their con experience and their thoughts generally about the Wheel of Time. So I guess I don't really have any more intro than that. So why don't we just get started with who wants to be the first person to come talk to us?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Pull up a chair. Let me make sure this is right.
Let me grab my mic. Oh, we got people in the chat. Hello, people.
Hello, people in chat. What up?
Listen, I'm old. I can't see your names from here, but she can.
I can. Tavern is going to be doing the little, the back and forth.
Just kind of hold. Well, I'll hold it and we'll just kind of go.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah, we're using baby mics here because I'm on a Mac, and apparently that's difficult with AV equipment, but not today. International traveler. Yeah, I just got back from Europe, so this is.
Me too.
What? Where were you?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
We did Denmark, and then we did like a day trip in Paris because my bougie 4-year-old said, I want some croissants and to see the Eiffel Tower. So
I love that. Can you hear these two because they're
can
using
hear
the
us.
same mic? Also, like, lower, you can't see her. Lower
Nope.
your, there.
Can you-
Okay,
can
that's
perfect.
okay.
Oh, did you hear croissant?
Croissant.
So we're all European travelers,
well,
except Tavern. But
yeah.
we're excited that he's at WoTCon, so it's all exciting times. Okay, so tell us your name or whatever username you go by or whatever you want to tell us.
Okay, so my name's Megan Pryor, go by Meg Maz, because I used to be Osborne, but the patriarchy, anyway.
Okay.
Egwene is my favorite character, so I can relate.
Yes. Add it to the tally.
I was all about the Gowan panel yesterday. That was
Yes.
fantastic. Although, I gotta say, Master of the Deck almost made me sympathetic.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
well,
Almost. Not quite.
Almost.
they had some internal conflict.
That was pretty
on the
funny.
defense, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, so if you don't know what we're talking about, yesterday I was on the prosecution on the Why We Hate Gowan panel, and it was basically a trial format where me and Josh, or the Soravan Mahale from the Black Tower podcast, went up against the Master of the Deck and one of the Way of the Leaf guys. We were prosecuting Gowan and just basically establishing what's complete fact, that he sucks, and it was really fun.
I was going to say, break down the 4 or 5 things you said about Gowan.
I mean, it was that he was stupid and selfish and paternalistic
Yes.
and the less hot brother and probably bad at sex.
And he sucked.
And generally the premise was that he sucks,
Yeah,
yes. And so, okay, awesome. When did you start reading The Wheel of Time?
1997, when I was in the 7th grade.
Oh,
Started on a trip out west, and my mother still to this day is so mad because I never wanted to get out of the car and see anything because I just wanted to read.
I love that. So I guess you've been did you read the final book like right when it came out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think they did the bookstores at midnight still then, and
Yeah.
I think I went at like
Yeah.
the midnight release.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So have you watched the show?
Of course.
And
I love it.
okay.
I mean, episode 8, I still only seen once. I need to rewatch it again, but I had feelings, so.
We all had feelings.
It was interesting feelings. There was a bit of confusion, I would say, for some people, but yeah, there were some feelings there.
Yeah.
When people started burning out in the circle, I was like, what? That can't happen.
That's impossible in the books. It's against the lore. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah.
So that kind of threw me for a loop, and then, anyway. So,
Yeah. Also, for now, we're trying to remain spoiler-free. I don't think we've said anything terribly spoiler.
Yeah, that's a quick question.
Oh, yeah.
Have you all read all the books?
Yeah.
So everybody's good?
Everybody.
Wait, there are books?
No, no.
Yeah.
All right, so we're good.
Okay, we're good. Well, then I'm gonna switch. Well, I mean, we don't need to talk spoilers yet. So I've got
No.
I've got 2 overlays. If we ever are about to get spoilery, anybody in the crowd, us too, let me know, and then I
Yep.
can swap it, and then it'll say spoilers. So, the chat does not appreciate. Let's see. Two Rivers Badger says, "Wow, not talented in the sheets. Gawain is not going down. Wait, okay, wow, you're getting
listen.
confused. Like we're trying to."
I'm going to tell you right now, the best line out of the defense was, if it wasn't for Gowan, Elaine would be the worst tracking.
That was a pretty solid point, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't work in their favor. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It is, yeah, Two Rivers Badger, you're right. It's much more dangerous and dramatic if people burn out in a circle. That is no joke. So you already said Egwene is your favorite character.
Yes.
Which one is your favorite book?
I really like Shadow Rising because the Ruidian scene. You know.
Yep.
I guess that's not too spoilery. And then, I don't know, Lord of Chaos because,
The cover.
Well, not even that. But true. But you know what happens.
I know. Yeah, we know what happens.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
It's epic. So.
Okay.
And, well, God, no. And then Gathering Storm because
That's my favorite.
know.
Yeah, because I mean,
And I like a
I
cry in
Yeah.
that scene.
All right, listen, we need to go full spoilers.
All right, fine.
because these you-knows.
We're going full spoilers.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I change the overlay. And we're full spoilers.
It's like full tease. It's full on tease. You just said like 4 times.
I know.
We need to know. Everybody needs to know.
Yeah, The Gathering Storm is also my favorite because
you're
of
right.
all the Egwene.
It is
everything.
so good. Everything is so good in that. Oh, God. Just like that scene when she's just tearing Shan out of the sky.
That's like
God,
what,
so epic!
that's the scene I'm most excited to see in the show.
Oh, I
and
know.
like if it doesn't happen, I will cry.
It's like the Egwene manifesto.
It is exactly. She's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so
like
we're gonna
terrorism.
pull somebody else up here, but like one last
okay.
if you want to say anything else to the Wheel and Chill chat or to the world at large, what would you say about possibly the Wheel of Time?
Even though it's $15, it's totally worth it, and you'll fly through it.
You heard it here
Yep.
first.
Yeah.
Definitely first. Nowhere else have you heard that. Okay, thank you so much. This is amazing.
Bye.
Do we have any other takers want to come up and talk about the Wheel of Time? You get
All
over
right.
here. Get over here. Wild Gardenia says Egwene putting the smackdown on the Shan-Chan is the best. It is the actual best. I completely agree.
I will give you that.
It's incredible.
I will concede to the Egwene dropping the elbow of the people's elbow on the Shan-Chan as being amazing. Hello.
Good evening or afternoon, whatever it is.
It's like 3 something.
Yeah, it's like, What is your name, sir?
My name is Dan Huffnagel or Huff.
Okay.
Do you have a Twitter handle or anything of that nature?
Something like that. I'm on a little bit. I don't really go
Okay.
on too
Do you have
much.
any other social media presence?
It's like Dan Huff 16, I think, on everything I have.
All right, very
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah, of course, Facebook and I don't know. There's some other ones, aren't there?
Yeah, something like that.
Snapchat.
There's a couple.
Yeah,
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Well, we
Couple.
love your cosplay.
Yeah,
Thank
yes.
you very much.
Tell the audience what you are if they don't know.
I am an Ashaman, which, spoiler alert, the good guys. The good guys. We're the
I
good
will
guys.
agree with that. I will
Come
agree
through
with
the
that.
end. I'm part of the blacktower.net at JordanCon group.
Yes.
The last JordanCon I was pinned, double pinned actually. I got both the dedicated and the Ashaman pin at once.
Very exciting.
Been to many cons, including I'm from Pittsburgh. They have a Steel City Con there where you got your B, your D, your C list, actors and actresses that come and do autographs. But we walk around and actually we're trying to count how many people know us and what we are.
Right.
We actually had somebody. He was dressed like the Beast and Belle, the
Nice.
good looking Beast.
Not the beast.
Not the Beast
Okay,
Beast.
gotcha.
Good-looking Beast. But they recognized the pins.
Nice.
And here, they're reading the book. They watched the TV show, and they loved it. So they started reading the books. But they recognized these from the chapter logos.
Very, very cool.
That's awesome.
Also, I want to mention that I did not know that Andrew from Black Tower Podcast went to that con and recognized your pins.
Yes.
As the good-looking beast.
Oh, that's
Sorry, Josh.
It took me a minute.
So when did you start reading The Wheel of Time?
Probably 1990.
1990.
Right on, just walk in looking for a book, and the cover looked good.
Yeah.
Did it?
I had a world.
Yeah. Well, listen, for the 90s, those covers were hot.
At the time, that was it.
It was hot. It wasn't Fabio, so it was good.
You looked at it and you're like, oh my God, Nicolas Cage is in a fantasy series.
Yeah, no, I love the covers. I'm making fun of them, but honestly,
And
like,
back then, that's how you had to judge it, really.
Yeah.
right,
Read some of the reviews, but they're all the reviews are going to say, best book ever.
right, sure.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I picked up fantasy in the first place is because of the Hobbit's cover, so I totally feel it. Like, it's just a big dragon laying on a pile of gold, but
Yeah.
I'm like 10, so I'm like, this is great.
That's a
I'm
dragon.
gonna read this. And honestly, that's what was that Josh calling back there? It was Matt Stagger. Yes, Josh was in the background. Okay, so what is your favorite Wheel of Time book?
Overall, it's got to be Memory of Light.
Nice.
Everything
Good
happens.
choice.
Everything comes together. You find out everything that happens. As it was said before, it's well worth the wait.
Yeah.
Well worth the wait.
Yeah.
Well worth the wait. And that, Tomanis' whole trip through that, his character came out and everything, and the way the battle
Unfolded.
unfolded.
Yep.
Thank you. I was in the
I'm here for words.
Sorry. But even the last battle, the chapter, the whole chapter's bigger than a Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the last battle doesn't even start in the last battle chapter. It starts before the last battle chapter.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's even more.
Yeah.
But loved how not everything, most things got sewn up.
Yeah.
You got answers to a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant way of tying everything together to make it work.
I feel like Brandon Sanderson did an incredible job.
Oh, my
like
goodness.
just so good.
As
I
he
could-
said,
not
I
fast.
wanted to do it because I didn't want somebody else to do it, and I didn't think they did a good enough job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
And
makes
it's
a
an
lot of
impossible
sense.
task he took over.
Oh, it was crazy.
But he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
I think in one of his interviews said when he walked into the sanctuary, right? Robert Jordan's sanctuary, where he had all the material that he could look at, he was just overwhelmed, and he was like, he actually said, and I didn't think I could do this because it was just so much stuff. I have a question, and I don't ask this enough, so I would like to ask a question. So, the anticipation. No, this is a serious question, Josh.
You're like, come on in. No,
Come on
please,
in, Maria.
Come on in.
So, during the anticipation of the wait for Brandon Sanderson to finish the last of it, right? I know we were all heartbroken with what happened and whatnot, but then it became like this reaching anxiety of waiting for the last book, and then we finally, I finished it. Nope, we're gonna chop that into 3 and we're gonna spread it out. How'd you feel when that happened?
Overjoyed.
Yeah. More Wheel of Time.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was about a 5-year wait
Yeah, it was a long wait. Yep.
in between the books, and you got the next book, Gathering Storm. And to have 2 more books come out after that, hey, I'm all for more. Go ahead, give me some more writing.
Did you have any did anything go through your head when he said, I finished this book and it's like 5 million pages before they said they were going to chop it into 3? Because I was like, I'll be honest with you, it took me aback.
You couldn't write that in 1 book.
No.
No.
He
There's
said,
no way.
what did he say? It was like 800,000?
I don't know. I wouldn't have wanted it in
Yeah,
one book.
it
That would have
was
been
a
insane.
tome. That's not a book, that's a tome at that point.
It would have been
You know,
insane.
you can cast spells from that thing. Oh, I see Will and Chill shirts in the audience.
Looks good. We got Beth West.
There's a lot of shine. There's a lot of shine happening in the audience right now.
Okay, so we have something very special that
Oh,
involves
yeah.
you that's going to
Yes.
happen during this live stream.
So I'm gonna move out of the way and come over here so that you guys can do your thing.
All right.
yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
Howard?
Maria,
Here,
come up.
Grab this microphone.
Okay.
Be careful, don't go too hard.
I'm also gonna just ask a couple of questions of our
Yep.
very special guest. You stay
Yes,
up here,
okay,
obviously,
I'll
with
stay
us,
here.
but
Slide over this way.
please, please, please. Oh, here we go. Okay, come on over. Feel free. I don't know if this is a standing ceremony.
Is this a standing ceremony or you want a sitting ceremony?
Well, you want to ask some questions first.
Yeah, I would. So please have a seat.
Why don't you grab a chair there?
We're working this out. It's gonna be great.
So you could be on the.
Perfect. Tavern, if you want to stand behind us, you can. If you want to be in the shot.
I can go around the other side.
Okay, perfect. So Maria, hi.
Hi.
Let's I'll just give her the, no, you can hold it. So who are you to the Wheel of Time?
Well, I'm Maria Simmons, and 16 years, 5 months, and 9 days ago, I started working for Robert Jordan to answer fan mail and do filing. And over the past 26 years, it's evolved a lot. He let me start helping edit on book 8. And of course, I worked with Brandon on the final 3 and was one of the writers of The Companion.
Wow.
And I still work for Harriet, run the business, do whatever's necessary.
So she like is Team Jordan.
Can we just first?
Yeah.
She is a legend.
Let's spam like Marie at Wheel of Time book.
Okay, it changes ever so often. I would say right now the top 2 contenders are Shadow Rising and Knife of Dreams.
Okay. Now we're a full spoilers right now.
Yep.
Why?
There's just so much going on in the Shadow Rising. Things are really taking off. Matt is starting to become somebody really cool. Perrin is doing his thing. Rand is doing his thing. I mean, there's just really so much. I can't tell you when we were working on the final 3 books how many times I was back in the Shadow Rising because so much started there that continued, and we had to make sure we were doing it right. And Knife of Dreams, of course, was Jim's last book.
Yeah.
And I remember when he gave me the prologue for Knife of Dreams, the first part of the prologue, Galad and the duel. And I read it and I loved it, but there was something wrong. And I kept reading and reading, and it's like, I know there's something wrong. I went home that night. I'm still worrying about it. I go to bed. At 1 o'clock in the morning, I sit straight up and said, his last name is Demandred, not Traken.
That's amazing.
And of course, last night, Michael and Kate read The Golden Crane, and I remember reading that for the very first time. And it's just, I just love it.
Yeah, that's I think one of the best passages in my opinion in like all of the books. It's incredible. And also Glenn, the geeky hippie in the chat, says The Shadow Rising is objectively one of the best books ever published, and I feel like it's a lot of people's favorite, and for really good reason. I love the Aiel. I love how that picks up. So it's a really good choice. Okay, so without further ado, we've got a ceremony to do today, right? So feel free to use the mic, like if you can, if you have words that you're saying.
Oh, we get the light away. Are they in the screen? Yeah,
hold
on.
Yeah,
I'll
scoot
do
this
that.
way.
There you go.
Perfect. And if you gotta speak with the mic.
You can get
And you can
closer
take your
if
mask off, yeah.
So, you all know we belong to a group, the Black Tower.
Yes.
Blacktower.net.
Oh, different one, okay.
Blacktower.net.
Not that Black Tower.
We have our origins as a group that started during JordanCon. We meet annually at that convention. We do our pinning ceremonies. The group is founded on charity, community service, and devotion to the Wheel of Time fandom, and doing things for that. So when we do that annual pinning ceremony, we normally do our pinnings. This is a special occasion because we had someone who joined the Black Tower and told us that she wanted to be pinned. So we have special dispensation to raise one of our soldiers to dedicate it today.
And the original words from Mahale, the leader of the BlackTower.net, was, if you find somebody worthy. Do you think we found somebody worthy?
Yes.
Soldier Simmons. Soldier Simmons has been one of the people with the most experience ever in the Wheel of Time. She's part of Bandersnatch. She's also been to many of the JordanCon and WoTCon and conventions. And like everybody else I've ever met with that Bandersnatch group, very accommodating, very nice, and just enjoys talking about how much they love the Wheel of Time and love talking to fans about the Wheel of Time. She's also a volunteer. Can you believe she's here at WoTCon and she's like a normal volunteer checking to make sure people are wearing masks or anything around here? Her whole heart and life are part of Wheel of Time, as it is part of her, she is part of it. I also heard she's a pretty mean knitter. Really good.
That might have something to do with weeds, right?
She's really good at weaves.
And if I mess up, I'm good at unraveling the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Soldier Simmons, it is my pleasure to now pin you, raising you from the rank of soldier to dedicated. I will be very careful and hopefully not kill you.
Very gentle.
These are too small for older guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Awesome. So I know you're very important and very busy. You are welcome to stay, but you also don't have to. So if you have
Thank
other
you.
places to be.
The ladies' room.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Y'all are great. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, go get a photo. Okay, so
I'm back.
We're back. Still live, very exciting. That was a thing that just got put together like an hour
Yeah.
ago. So
Oh, you gotta turn it that way a little bit because I moved it for the.
I did already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because if we have a guest.
Oh, that's
we'll have-
true. That's why she's the professional. I'd be like, just move it. They can hear a voice. They don't need to see a person.
Okay, so we've been calling people up, and I want to keep doing that while we're here. We're here with WoTCon people. Who wants to come up and talk to us? Beth, you've got the shirt. You'll be next. You'll be next.
Because I only have a few minutes before I volunteer.
Oh, well, then absolutely. Get your butt over here. Look at the shirt, first of all. Peep
Yeah,
the shirt.
wait.
Very exciting.
I got to unclip. Shit.
Oh, here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Look at
Shirt.
that.
Shirt.
So if you want a Wheel and Chill shirt, by the way,
Yes, that too.
Shirt shot.
for now, DM Tavern Tavern on Twitter, or eventually you'll have a Shopify up.
Yeah, I'm trying. I suck. I just suck. I might as well be a tracking, really. I will eventually have a Shopify. Right now, after the con, I'll put out another thing. You can DM me, and I'll start. I'll do another batch and then start mailing stuff out.
Perfect. Okay, so we have a very special guest right now.
Hello.
No pressure, following
your
up
face
the
again.
pinning ceremony with Maria.
I mean, yeah, can't top that, but I'll be myself.
Okay, so introduce yourself, please. What are you in the fandom, and how long have you been in the fandom?
Okay, so that's a double-edged question, but number one, so I am Beth Weston, at Beth Weston on Twitter of Time, and you guys probably see me in different YouTube chats while live streams are going on. I'm just pretty much a mega fan. Found this community about 9 months ago, mostly by accident, but I've been reading Wheel of Time since 1991. Senior in high school. I've said the story a bunch of times now, so I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, long time fan. Love it.
Love it. You've only been part of the online community
Yeah.
for 9 months.
I made a big impression.
Wow.
Yeah, you did.
I'm honestly, that's,
Like back in the days of like Fairyland.
Well, I remember going and reading Fairyland and tarvalin.net and whitetower.net and all like back in the old days, like posting boards and stuff, but never like really was super involved in other stuff.
So what month last year did you arrive
Like
on?
November of last year, so not even 9 months. Yeah.
So I popped in like September, October, and she is. Okay,
I
I
can't.
got work to do. I've got work to do.
she's so beloved.
Shit.
Tavern has so much work to
I
do.
have work to do. God dang it.
So what is your favorite book in the series? And why?
Honestly, my favorite book is The Shadow Rising,
Excellent.
mostly because I love Rand's journey through the columns. I think from a narrative standpoint, that's probably my favorite part of the entire series. I love the progression and the reading of, you know, the ancestry going back, finding out how the Tuatha'an were separated from, and the emotional impact that you get because you're reading it from a first-person point of view that's not Rand. You're reading it from Rand's ancestors' point of view. And the heartbreak is there, like when the baby dies in the mother's arms. And I mean, just it was so moving and so powerful. And all the entire thing of Ruidian and the culture of the Aiel is just my favorite book. Yeah.
As if Robert Jordan hadn't already built the world up like
Yeah.
spectacularly well. Into The Shadow Rising, it just explodes.
I mean, The Shadow Rising is when you really found out that it's not just fantasy, it's science fiction.
Yeah,
Right? So
It's
yeah.
like you find out that this group that everybody kind of despises and treats like trash are the only ones that have kept true to everything the entire time. And it is mind blowing when you go back into the past was really the future. It's just, yeah,
And look where they end up,
yeah, exactly.
right?
mind-blowing. All right, Beth, I know you are busy, so I will ask you one final question. I haven't actually asked anybody about this yet,
Uh-oh.
really. No, it's
Uh-oh.
fine.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. This is the first ever WoTCon.
Yeah.
And you were at Jordan.
I was at Jordan Con, my first Jordan Con.
So how was your WoTCon experience so far?
My WoTCon experience has been amazing. I feel my only criticism
Oh.
is that there's too much good content at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, you're
how
right.
do you pick? You
The
know?
worst job
There's-
interviewee ever.
I mean, when you there's 4 panels going on at the same time, and at least 2 of them are ones you really wanted to watch. I mean, at least we can go back and watch it, but you know, there's something about being in a live audience and experiencing it while it's happening that's pretty awesome. What?
No, continue. I have
Oh,
a
so
question after.
but honestly, I'm actually preferring WoTCon to Jordan Con.
We love Jordan Con still.
Jordan Con's
Yeah.
amazing.
I've never been to
But-
it, yeah.
But WoTCon is like, we're all Wheel of Time fans. You might like other stuff too, which is great, but Wheel of Time is what bringing everybody that's here right now, unless you're a +1. If you're a +1, you're awesome. We love you. But you know, you're here because you love this world and you want to meet people who have the same interest as you. And I think that's what this entire community is. I said this when Matt Hatch kind of impromptu pulled me in on CouchCon. I felt like I found my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I found my people. And it's I know I'm quite a few years older than you. I'm just a couple years younger than you. Age doesn't matter.
What?
We've had this conversation. So,
That's right. That's
I mean,
it.
I mean,
Whatever that beard for men crap is.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, hold on. Winespring Cafe is in the chat.
Winespring.
We love you so much.
We miss you.
You've got the little gear next to your name because you're a moderator. You can do whatever you want right now.
Yeah.
Like you are more than
You
welcome.
can
to
run the
just-
show.
Start kicking
Winespring.
people out. No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But we're so happy you're here. Those shirts are amazing. Yeah, we miss you, and we can't wait till you come back. Okay, and sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're totally fine. Winespring, I love you. We have to do lunch in Dallas, please.
in there.
Yeah. We'll do
Because
it.
if
We'll
you
set
don't
it up.
know, this is 2/3 of the Wheel of
Yeah.
Time show.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Tavern,
missing, yeah.
me, and Winespring Cafe. She is, as we said before the stream started, our spiritual part
Yeah.
of the stream.
Yeah.
She's got
And the vibe.
Her vibes are
She's
immaculate.
the spiritual vibe of the stream, yes.
And
real.
and yeah, we can't wait to get her back on the stream.
So, anyway, yeah, just.
All right.
You had a question.
I do have. May I? Please?
course.
Because you may need your hand to slap. So, are you a volunteer or staff for WoTCon?
Volunteer.
A volunteer. And you had critiques of WoTCon.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first. Will and Chill, WoTCon Community, Official News, Beth Weston, whistleblower for WoTCon. Whistleblower for WoTCon 22. This is breaking news. Okay? Thank you, Beth.
Too many good panels. What,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do?
I mean, yeah, like next time, just make it last a week.
Yeah.
Let there be 2 panels a day.
Yeah.
And then, we won't be put in this situation. But honestly, the staff here has
Yeah.
been amazing. The planning that must have gone into this has been top tier, and
It was intense.
just the level of detail that they're putting into everything and making sure that every single panel is recorded and every single thing can be watched and repeated. And so props to the staff.
Yeah, they're doing a
Everybody
great
that's
job.
Doing a great job. So.
Amazing.
And she is completely correct. The panels that they've set up for this con, you literally stand there and looking at the book for like 10 minutes going, man, I want to, and you can't decide. You can't decide.
It's true.
So yeah, it's incredible.
Well, thank you so much, Beth.
Thanks for having me, guys. I love you. I've wanted to be on your show for a long time.
And thank you for repping.
Yeah.
Will and Chill.
And
Will and
Winespring says we'll lunch for sure. So-
Yes!
Hey, okay, so I said you were next, and I meant to go
Come
up
on.
here.
Here, hold on. Grab this. I gotta move a chair.
Okay. Is that Pips? Am I? Oh, we've got
You want me to move the chair?
we've
you
got
gonna move the
Bella
chair or
coming
you just-
in.
I'm just gonna wait along
Okay.
over. You're good. Thank you.
Okay. Bella's coming here. How exciting is that?
We've got the creator on our show.
that? Bella was right
I
there.
can die and she can resurrect me.
There she is.
You just did.
Oh, yeah, it's true, I did.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I didn't even notice I died and she resurrected me.
Matt Stagger in the chat says, "Got the Eye of the World as one of my graduation gifts from my dad in '93." That's a good
Nice.
dad right
That's
there.
the
We
best
love that.
dad.
Okay, so who are you, and what are you to the Wheel of Time?
I am Kayla Tabara. You can find me on Twitter. I just started reading Wheel of Time last August to prep me for the show because my husband, Wolf Brother, all about it.
I love him.
And I wanted to see what it was all about, and I love it.
Did you read all the books already?
I've read all of them except for New Spring.
That's, you know what? In my book, you're great.
Yeah, he hasn't read New Spring
I'm
either.
halfway through it.
And have been for like 6 months. So what is your favorite book? What is your favorite book then?
Thank you. See, it's a movement.
Okay, sure.
I think
Same thing.
I think upon reread, my answer may change. But right now, my favorite is Towers of Midnight. The whole book I loved.
It's a good book.
It's a great book. That's a great choice.
Yeah.
It may not change. Be prepared for it to not change.
What do you like about the book? What part in particular, or is there several parts?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is the beginning like the father sons up north?
Oh, the farmer guy?
That
The hoarding of the first sword on the borderlands. He's got a son that's too young.
is that the right book? I think it's that.
Tower of Midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it started off great, and then I just really loved like seeing the like real like beginning of finally evolving with Perrin. I just love the whole book.
Okay, I love that.
No
Well,
bad parts.
from the chat, we've got Winespring Cafe telling all of you who haven't read New Spring to get on it. It's fine. I'm not
Yes,
mad.
ma'am.
but-
I'm feeling oppression. I'm feeling, yeah.
I feel that was targeted at me. I'm just saying.
Like I said, all of you.
I mean, I only finished the last book a couple weeks ago.
Oh well, then you're just
Yeah.
like
Perfect.
literally perfect. Were you trying to get it done before the con?
I was, yeah.
Good.
So she had a deadline.
You had a deadline. I work best on deadlines.
Same.
Like if I'm honest.
It's
I
funny
do-
you use the word deadline for the last book.
Oh.
That was
Wow.
it's too soon. It can't be too soon. The books have been around for 30 years.
grounded. Okay, so speaking of the con, is this your first or
It is.
It is, and how's your experience as a first-time con goer?
Yeah, it's great. People are great. Programming is great. The details like having food and the programs and shirts and swag bags and all the little things. I also live in Columbus, so location was great.
Easy. That's really
We're
great.
staying at their place next time.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's good.
So, okay. So Wolf Brother has been in the community
Yes.
for a while.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the community? 'Cause you said you started reading the books last year.
Yeah, I started reading in August of last year.
Okay, when did you were you in the, let's say, the Twitter of Time or
I
whatever?
would
the
say
community?
I started dabbling, like right when the premiere was,
Okay.
right before then.
And you stated that your screen name is
Kayla Tabara.
might you have a thing for Perrin? Is that where we're going with this? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean-
Wolf brother, Tabara. There's a lot of arrows. There's a lot of arrows right now.
So character-wise, like I really identify with both Perrin and Fail.
Yeah.
I was in the military for a long time, and I can identify with Fail, like wanting to make like a name for herself, but also with Perrin and his struggles for not wanting to lead, but also needing to lead to make sure that it's done right or that it's done at all.
Right.
So I just like merge those two together. And then also Wolf Brother is my husband. So it works
As a
out.
fellow vet, my five.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your service.
Amazing.
Thank you for your service. And thank you for coming up.
Thank you both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
and we're so happy that you're here.
I just changed bathroom stuff. Like my entire military career, no, I'm kidding.
What are we talking about?
I was a janitor in the,
Okay.
in the
That
military.
makes
No, I
sense.
was not.
All right, so any final words for the people in the chat, the people at WoTCon, Wheel of Time fans in general? Anything you want to say?
Just looking forward to the show season 2.
Yes.
As we all are.
I did not care about any of the changes they made except for
No.
Mosh and Shin like just saying negative things to them.
You suck.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
You didn't tie your
is happening?
shoelaces right this
Right.
morning.
But I take it as like just a new turning of the wheel, and I'm all for it. And Rafe, if you're watching, I love what you're doing.
We love what you're doing. Okay, well,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so
no,
much.
thank you.
Bye, Bella.
Bye. Oh, there's Bella. Say bye to Bella.
Bye, Bella.
Yay! All right, so the whole turning the. I've got a whole new beef now.
Okay.
Okay, remember we don't talk about what's his face. We don't. No, I'm just saying we don't talk about what's his face.
Yeah.
We can't bring up Barista Hagrid.
Okay.
Right, 'cause-
What is happening?
I think.
well, no, because. All right, so I too fell into the turn. This is how we get off track. This is how what happens. This is the show.
You're
this
doing
is the show,
this.
lady. No, so I too fell for it's a new turning of the wheel, right? But then I started thinking. So like with Marvel, right? I'm not with Marvel. We have 616, right? Which
I
is our
finally know where you're
universe.
going.
Okay. And then the other alternates are different number universes, right? They're multiverses. They're different turnings or different whatevers. Why couldn't we have just gotten 616 instead of 822 or whatever the hell this turning is? That's where I'm going with this.
I see. Well, okay. We have time for maybe one,
Yes.
maybe
Oh,
two
yeah. Holy crap, that
more.
quick.
Yeah, I know. It went really fast. Does anybody else want to come up and
Who's
talk?
coming up?
Anybody else?
Come on up.
Daniel? No.
Oh wait.
We've got a shirt. We've got a shirt in the crowd. You come
Let's
on,
do the
come
shirt
on up
and
here.
then we'll go to you. Come on. Listen. Merch.
Merch rep wins.
Well, also,
We're not sluts to merch, but
Daniel's also a patron of mine.
He
I'm
is
a
true.
slut
Yeah,
for that.
Yeah.
I love that. So no, we love him for many reasons, and you're from around here, right?
Yeah, I'm
so,
15 minutes away.
So WoTCon was an easy sell for you.
Why are we paying for hotel rooms?
I didn't.
Yeah, but he means why is he paying for one? He should just stay here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Anyways, all right. Go ahead.
Didn't get the invite.
Well, you didn't call me back.
Now, wait.
Okay, so just briefly introduce yourself and let us know how long you've been in the fandom and what you do in the fandom.
Oh, I don't. Well, first of all, that's the easy one. I don't do anything in the fan. Just be a fan. So we'll answer the easy part first. My name is Daniel. People might know me by Random Noman. That's what I am on Twitter and Discord and all that. So, and that's just a play on the name Random Name. Everybody asks me what is that? I'm like, it's just a play on the name.
It's
So.
a form of noodle. Random Noman. So it's like ramen noodle, but random Noman.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. That went totally sideways.
You're welcome.
Fine.
Sorry, that's what we do.
That's what I do.
I
Yes.
should have seen it coming. I started reading in 1996. A buddy of mine, I had just finished another set of fantasy novels, a couple of them, and he said, "Hey, you're looking for a new set. Here's this." And he hands me a notebook of names. And I was like, what's this? He goes, oh no, these are all the names that you're going to need to know. I'm like, you want me to read a book that I have to take notes on?
Okay, how many names were in that book?
He was only up to,
Only.
but he was only up to like whatever it was in '96.
Okay, I'll give him slack.
So yeah, like only a few.
Yeah, so I was like, so I started reading. I'm like, okay, that's not that much, but yeah. So yeah, I've been reading. I've done a couple of rereads. I just started my most recent reread after season 1 was done. So just to kind of get back into it. And so the late end stuff, I'm trying to remember as I go. Like I get the big landmark stuff, but some of this stuff I'm gonna have to get as I get further back into the reread, because I just started reading other novels. But it's always the one I come back to, and it's as soon as you jump in, you're like, yeah, you miss it, and it's, you know, there's other great stories, there's other great authors, but there's nobody like that.
Nothing quite like a comfort series, which it is for I feel like a lot of us.
I have issues with the later books as well. Like I'll start a reread and everything will start flooding in, and it just kind of pushes the later books right out of my head.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, but then you get, for me, you know, I get caught in the slog.
Weak.
And then I forget all. then I forget the first 9 books.
Well, I think
and 11 through, you know, whatever. And I'm stuck in 10 going.
It's muscle memory or book memory, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
because I read the first 3, and then when 4 came out, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, then I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. So those last ones have the least book knowledge or book.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, they're amazing, and I'm glad. And Sanderson, you know, did amazing work. And like you said, you know, when we were getting to the end of it, they're like, "Oh, we only got one more." It's like, how?
Yeah,
You know, I was
that
going,
was a good
what?
question. Yeah,
How
because
do you pull these threads? I mean, who's this guy over here that was in this prologue one time, and you know, and it's just like, how do you do it?
Yeah, that's when I said, when Sanderson, you know, I said I finished the book, and it was a huge book. I was like,
Yeah.
I could see why it was so big, because there were so many things to finish.
Yep.
And then they broke it into 3, which I was mad about, because not because they broke it into 3, because they broke it into 3 and then they spaced them out. I just wanted all 3 of them
Yeah.
at once.
But
So-
it got us into Sanderson then too.
Yes.
Yeah, and the
Well,
thing
I
is
haven't
I
read
didn't
it.
start reading Sanderson for a while, and then I was like, somebody told me that Stormlight was awesome, and I was like, what is it? And they were like, oh, you know, it's like Wheel of Time. And I was like, no, it's not. But then but then I started reading it, and I'll admit that I took a little time to get into the Way of Kings. It wasn't an immediate sell, but then I think Stormlight's my second favorite series of all time, and I don't know if anything's ever gonna rival it other than the Wheel of Time, because it's so good. So anyways, which one is your favorite Wheel of Time book?
Well, I'm gonna say Shadow Rising. Obviously, I think it's everybody. So I'm gonna go and talk about a couple others.
Okay.
Shadow Rising for all the main reasons.
Yeah.
It's got one of my favorite scenes in it that I just found again on this reread. But Dragon Reborn is one of my favorites, and it's because it's the close of that first trilogy. And it's that sword in the stone. It's
Yeah.
you know, him becoming the Dragon Reborn, and it's like that was still to me one of the best moments of it's real, because up until then you're like, is it going to happen? And, you know, you think it's coming, you see it coming, but then it happens, and then they're all there back again.
Not to mention Matt blows a hole in a
Yeah.
building. I love that.
You're waiting for them all to come back, and then they somehow in that writing, I'm like, how are they all going to get there? And all of a sudden you just start seeing the threads come in, and you're like, he's going to get them all back together. And it was like,
Yeah.
that was a masterpiece.
It's actually a perfect technique, right? The whole Tavern thing was the perfect way to continually bring the characters back together, and it's explained. And like you said, by the end of book 3, it's like the end of the trilogy. I always thought of it as the end of the prologue of the rest of the series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-book prologue for what's happening, and then it really picks up.
That matches Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm just gonna say this, Rafe, if you're listening, if I don't get Matt and Julian blowing a hole in the freaking wall, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Not that you know who the hell I am, but whatever.
Okay, so
But I was gonna say the other one that a lot of people don't like, but I appreciate for what happens in it, is Winter's Heart, and it's the curing. It's a tough book, but I was waiting so long to cleanse the source.
ooh.
See, there you go.
My eye is twitching.
The taint gets cleansed. Come on.
Jeff, that happens every day around the world. That's all I'm saying.
Hopefully.
Hopefully it happens every day.
I've met a few people that maybe never met.
Okay, we're not going there. We're done.
Okay.
I'm sorry I apologize for bringing that up.
All right, so last question for you before we do one last guest, and then we got to peace out because we're on a
Yep.
panel at 4:30 and I need to go to it.
Yes.
But is this your first con?
This is my first Wheel of Time con.
Uh-huh.
I've done Comic Cons, I've done board game cons.
And how do you feel about it compared to the other cons you've been to?
It's just, I keep coming back to the word intimate. I mean, it's like I think Beth said it. It's the family, it's the similarity. Because you walk around other conventions and you can be standing next to a Klingon, and then all of a sudden you turn around, there's a guy in a 7-foot mech suit, and then it's just overwhelmed merch, and it's like whole sides of the hall are merch.
Yeah.
This just feels like you distill it down to what we all want, is these moments and talking to people. And no other's going to be like this one, just because it's the first one, but also because of Maria. I've lucked out, and she's been in like 3 panels that I've done, and I was there when she read the transcript of the question she asked RJ.
Yeah.
And the whole room just froze.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then we get the readings from them at the
Kate.
dinners.
Michael
Kate
Kramer and Kate Redding are here.
And it's like,
Holy.
you can't, WoTCon 2, WoTCon 3, WoTCon 4, they're going to be amazing, but I don't know if they can be WoTCon 1.
No.
This is
Yeah.
special. We're
Yeah.
gonna try it. We're gonna
No,
try
no.
and make it better,
And I
but
wanna
we'll
try.
see. We'll see.
And I've said this on my TikToks. I don't think we kind of, maybe I mentioned it earlier when we were testing and doing a quick live. Kate Redding and Michael Kramer, this is their first live appearance at any convention ever,
Yeah.
which is the first WoTCon, their first appearance. I mean, to say it's never going to happen again is kind of stupid, but I mean, seriously,
first one.
you were
It's the
there.
first.
You know, we were here, and to hear them read,
It was mind
the,
blowing.
the Golden Crane flies. Holy, I missed the other one this morning because I was sleeping.
They are,
Whatever.
and also let me just say
Bullshit.
they're like the nicest people ever, basically.
Oh yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
so nice. I'm gonna pull them aside and say, "Hey, can you read that for me again?"
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that.
No.
Yeah, for $50.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. That
and
was
I love that
amazing.
shirt. I just need to put that out there.
I just got a compliment, like, that's the shiniest shirt.
Yes.
Shiniest shirt.
Shiniest
Okay,
shirt.
One last guest, if you'll come up, and then we gotta wrap this up. You guys have been so awesome.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
And if you're interested in content creation, that's the panel I'm on next. It's gonna be pretty stacked.
Clearly, I need to be there.
I'm the TikTok person, but we've got like Daniel Green and Matt Hatch and Nablus, and yeah, it's gonna be great. Hi,
Hi.
who are you?
Let me remove the thing.
What's wrong?
I just saw a giant, paragraph pop up on the chat.
Oh,
It's like, no, I don't know. It just popped up. I was like, "What the hell happened?" It's a wall of text. No, it's one of our.
all right, yeah, no, don't worry about it.
All right.
What's your name? And
I am Ashaman Hadian Creed.
Ashman, Haiti, and Creed. How long have you been in the fandom?
I think 98.
98.
I was Knife of Dreams, so I wasn't from the beginning like some of the folks here.
Yeah.
Neither was I. So totally fine.
Born first.
I was born about a month away from the Eye of the World, so.
Okay, we need to change this subject right the hell
Sorry.
now.
You didn't immediately started reading.
I could I would have.
She came out of the womb going, "I know the names of the first 2 books. All of the names of the first 2 books." Actually, if you can tell me the names of all the characters, or whoever knows the count of the names of all the characters by 96, which somebody mentioned earlier, I want to know that number.
That would probably be a lot. All right, so
That would probably be a lot.
what is your favorite Wheel of Time book?
Ooh, you have to guess.
Oh, crap.
Okay, well you are an Ashaman, so I'm guessing Lord of Chaos.
Lord of Chaos.
Ooh,
That's why she gets paid the big
I'm
bucks.
pretty good at Wheel of Time trivia only.
She beat Matt Hatch.
I did beat Matt. Well,
Yeah,
don't we?
it's not-
Yeah, we don't. I have to brag. I don't want to brag about
but we
it.
beat
I don't
you
want to brag
too.
about it, but I did. Anyways, so I feel like it's because of the Ashaman's big entrance at
The world
Dumai's.
changed.
Yeah.
The world changed at Dumai's Wells. Changed the whole course
favorite
of the books,
chapter.
right? You're going one direction, and something that's not supposed to exist suddenly destroys an entire battlefield.
Yeah.
And it changes the whole dynamic.
Right.
You know, just
It does.
It literally is my favorite chapter of the entire series.
It's
We've
my
talked about
favorite cover of the entire series. So I think we all have something in common. We love Lord of Chaos for
Yeah.
different reasons, for sure. Okay, so is this your first Wheel of Time con? And I know the answer, but
Yeah,
please answer.
This is my first WoTCon ever.
Well, wow, that's amazing.
Well played, sir.
So how does this compare to your other con experiences?
It's pretty much the same as the Wheel of Time ones, right?
Mhm.
If you're doing Wheel of Time, you read the same. It's the same wonderful people, right? It's the crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody is so kind and friendly, and it's that unity of the love of the Wheel of Time, right?
Mhm.
So we all just are immediate friends, right? Fast friends kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like if you go to other cons, and Ashaman in the back there, and I go to a lot of different cons that aren't focused on the Wheel of Time, and we get to teach about it. So,
Yeah.
or preach the word of the Lord Dragon.
So you're saying, wait, so I got a question. Do you show up to these cons on your missionary bicycles to preach the tale of the Lord Dragon? How do you get there?
In a black Camaro.
In a black Camaro.
They like stepped it up.
License plate Ashaman.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's outside if you want to see it.
No, I'm gonna lay on it. You have no idea. I'm gonna spread out on the hood of that thing. It's gonna look good.
Down the only road I've ever known.
Okay, so.
Tavern in a snakeskin miniskirt.
No.
Figure that's the
I haven't
only
shaved
way.
my legs, so that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Is that the only thing stopping you?
Pretty much.
So I don't know if I've asked anybody else this. What's your favorite character? Who is your favorite character in the Wheel of Time?
Favorite character is Egwene Elvir.
Yes!
Damn it!
I have asked other people, and you all got the right answer.
Damn it!
How did I know to ask?
Oh wait, you set this
I
shit
did
up.
not.
You set this up.
I did not.
She's not there.
You know what? I'll take it. I'm Tavern. I'm glad. I'm glad. Why is Egwene your favorite character?
It's just her strength. She's just a very strong woman. I enjoy everything about the changes in her personality as she matures. It's a good journey.
Yeah, because she starts as a child, literal child,
Yeah.
and she just grows up.
Yeah, I had to stop reading at one point.
Does she mature? Does she mature though?
She does. Yes.
Saying.
Somebody from the audience just threatened.
I just got threatened. Security. Oh wait, you're right here. Shit, but you like Egwene. Damn it.
So you were part of the pinning ceremony. What was it like to pin Maria?
Oh, too long coming. It was an honor to be part of that, and we started to tell people in the Black Tower that we did it afterward, because
Yeah. Wow.
Amazing. Okay, so
You had said something earlier too that I think I can help you with the slog.
Yeah.
Listen to it, don't read it.
Okay. So my thing is, and it's not because I love reading the books. My issue with the slog is I just think that the Perrin Fail Shido thing just takes a little too long. Right? It just takes a little too long, and that's it. I mean, I love the story. There's too many chapters for that.
see, I feel like I vaguely I read the whole series, and I would reread before books came out or whatever, even though I didn't start with The Eye of the World, as you all now know. But in my head, after my first read, I thought, oh my gosh, I hate that Shido arc, it takes forever. And then I read it again on audiobooks, and the first reread I had, I was like, that didn't take that long at all. That wasn't that bad at all. Also, I loved Fail's growth in those chapters, because I'm a big Fail fan also.
She's a good character. I like her character.
And I liked seeing her become a leader, and she was always capable of it, and she had showed that before, but getting her POVs and seeing her out on her own, I really appreciated. So when I read the slog, which I don't believe exists, that's what I
like
think.
Egwene, so.
Yeah, as everyone should. But anyways, I think you're right. Listening to the audiobooks for sure to anyone who struggles with the slog is the way. So if you're struggling, that's the way.
This is the way. Wait,
That's a different show.
This is the way. So say we all. Okay, so we kind of have to wrap this up, but if you have something to say to the Wheel of Time fandom, people at WoTCon, people here today about the Wheel of Time or your experience with the fandom, what would you say?
If you have a chance, come to the cons.
Yeah.
Not if you have a chance. Get to it.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Amending that. Get to the con.
Get to the con. Okay, well, thank you so much. This was
you
amazing.
so much.
Look at that cosplay. Okay, so we are.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah, hold it kind of far away though. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
I'm
pretty
gonna put
loud.
it over here.
So we are wrapping up. We've got just a couple minutes. You guys here in the audience were incredible. Thank you to everyone who came up.
Give yourselves a hand.
everyone who didn't come up, if you wanted to, come talk to me and I will interview you and put you on my TikTok. So you will be famous one way or the other. Okay? So everyone who showed up, we really appreciate it. At the very beginning, we were like, oh my God, I don't know if we're going to have anybody in here.
We're
with
gonna sit here
us.
by ourselves.
Just talk about the Wheel of Time for an hour. I don't know how
And
we'll figure that
not
out.
because we're not amazing, but because there are so many great panels going on. The fact that these people showed up means that they have no life.
Oh,
And
no.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You're amazing. I love you all. Thank you for showing
means
up.
that, yeah, we love them and thank you and you're incredible and Jesus Christ.
What? We literally just said we didn't think anybody was coming in.
We were very excited to have Winespring in the chat. Meme Reborn is also in the chat.
Meme, we love you.
And Iris Bear, I was not bribing guests to say Egwene was their favorite character. She deserves every bit of praise that she ever gets. All right, so Tavern, do you want to give your own little outro, plug whatever you want to plug?
Yeah. All right. One, I'm calling bullshit on the Egwene stuff. Two, I have been doing I've been doing interviews, 1 minute-ish interviews on my TikTok. Kritter will be doing her interviews, probably longer because she's more professional than I am. You know, she's my mentor, and I started first, and I screwed it up. So, anyways, so next time I'll just wait till she starts and then copy her. No, really, thank you all for coming. It's been a pleasure. I've got to meet people that I've had conversations with on Twitter and different social media platforms. We got to meet for the first time in person right here at WoTCon with Maria and Kate and Michael. Ha, suck it.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
It's so aggressive
You
today.
weren't here.
Jeez.
Snooze, you lose. Anyways, it's been a pleasure.
It has. I agree. I'll just say that I'm glad that you're in the chat, even if you can't be here, and I hope you can be here next year. And that's all I have to say.
As we always say, we love the chat. You guys are amazing. You show up to the shows and you keep us going strong.
And you guys are the real ones.
Yeah. Not the chat. You guys are the real ones.